Welcome to the Hamptons Farm Estate kitchen. This was a really important place to get right in the way of design, the function and the form of the actual kitchen itself. One of the things that I love about this space is that I love these pendant lights that are over the island bench. They just really oozed that glamour, but it had a bit of beach coastal, it had a little bit of boho, and it really screamed my personality, which is really what you want to do when you're creating your own home. One of the things that I loved was this beautiful island bench. I knew that I wanted it to be at least a 3 metre long. I knew that I wanted it to be a clean space. I wanted to be able to entertain here. I wanted this to be a prep area, and I also wanted it to be an area where people could come and sit and really have a chat and talk to me. And it's a kitchen that really makes me want to cook. I actually don't do a lot of cooking when I'm normally at home, but this kitchen, when I get here, I don't know what it is, but I want to get my bake on. So this is quite an incredible space, and it has a really lovely feel. So one of the things that I really wanted to make sure of in this kitchen was that there was plenty of storage. You always want to make sure that you've got a load of good storage in a kitchen. So we went with actually using a lot of drawers rather than cupboards. The reason that is that with cupboards, you never end up getting what's at the back of the cupboard. And with a drawer, when you're pulling it out, you're always able to facilitate the whole amount of that space. So it's really important when you're looking at how it actually works, that drawers actually will make a lot more sense in a kitchen. Think about where you're going to be and how you're going to operate. One of the hearts of the home, of the kitchen, is having a beautiful oven. We've actually gone with this beautiful Smeg oven, and look, to me, it's one of the features in a home that's really a standout. And it's the center of the space that your eye is drawn immediately. One of the really cool things about this is that I have a pot filler, which is something that I always wanted to have. And these things are great to when you're having a big soup or you're having a big cook up. You can actually put your hot water in from your tap filler straight into the bowl. The other thing that's actually really handy for is to fill up big vases. It's one of the things that I always hated doing when you've got a big vase and you're trying to shove it underneath into tap in the sink. This is the perfect way that you can put as big a vase as you like and fill it up immediately. The other thing that I wanted to have was a gorgeous big butler's sink. It had to be a 900 double bowl. You know, you can wash in one, you can drain in the other. And I wanted it to be overlooking a beautiful window. So we've actually positioned this right in the perfect space so that you can actually have all your prep area here, and you can actually have your tap and all your, your other washing appliances over in that area. The other thing that I really wanted to have in this kitchen was double cupboards. So you'll see that our cupboards are actually dual. So what that means is that a normal height is what you see at the bottom, but we've taken it right up to the ceiling. Even though we've had a drop-down ceiling in here, we've only done it at a 2700 height. This whole space looks a lot higher and elevated higher because we've taken the cupboards literally all the way up. So think about that in your space. A lot of people, they stop it and then they put baskets or something on top, but really what they're doing is that they're creating a lot of dust and you're taking away from the look and the feel of how the space can actually look. The other thing to really think about is your bench tops. So normally I would go with a Carrara marble, which is a very porous stone. It's a stone that I absolutely love, but being in a rural property and also knowing that this was going to be a really high traffic area and I didn't want to have any maintenance, I've actually chosen to go with the Constantina style stone. And this has just got a beautiful feel. It's very low texture. It's just got a suede finish to it. And again, it looks a little bit Carrara, but it's still just got that beautiful white crispness in it. But what I did want to do is use the splashback. Now, splashback tiles are a really important element in your kitchen because if you don't get this right, it can actually throw the whole look. So again, I wanted to add a little bit more character into the home. I've used it in a gorgeous herringbone style so that it's not boring and it's still got my Carrara feel, and you can see that it blends really beautifully with the bench tops in this space. One of the things that we do when we look at designing kitchens with clients is that we really go through how it wants to look, and we never compromise on the look through the functionality. And you need to think about, that A of where you're prepping, to where you're cooking, to where your fridge is and where your sink is. And really think about how you want those elements to look. Also think about your pots, your spices, how you like to cook. It's also really important to think about when you are cooking on your stove, do you want to have your spice rack next to it to pull out and put on? Do you want to have, big pots put in big drawers near the oven? Do you want to have your oven trays near your oven? Think about how, if you're at your island bench, do you want to just be able to grab cutlery and put on? Do you want to have plates at your service so that you've got everything at your fingertips, and you just think about those elements and then you can design that right from the get-go. It's really important to design your kitchen really well. Think about how you like to cook. Think about how you like to entertain and live, and also who else will be using this area and space. So I hope that helps you design your kitchen to perfection when looking at a Hamptons kitchen design.